back to you when it's over.
Hello. Welcome, my friends, to the True Reporting live call-in show. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday evening. I really do. I hope you are. If you are new to this channel, would you please go ahead and click that notification bell? Also, please leave a like. If you're in here right now, 220 of you, would you please go ahead and click that like button? I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help the channel. It really does help. It shows this video and recommends it to other people, which is huge. So, it's a good night. How is everyone? I want to say hello to everyone who's tuning in real quick. While you're here, while I got your attention, would you please subscribe to True Reporting 2.0? Do that right now. Just do it right now. Just get off of the stream. Just go and subscribe to True Reporting 2.0. It's very easy. Very easy. So please go do that. Leave a like and click the notification bell. Guys, let me say hello to Abstract. What is up, my man? Eric Vader. Shannon, welcome. Crew Chief 2. Welcome. Awaken 1. Hello. Caffeine Addict. What is up? American Patriot 17. We are winning bigly. I believe that Red October is tomorrow. Could be. Right. Who else is in here? Kanga Anon, Australia. Good day, mate. I'm not mocking you. Mary Fowler, hello. Tracy S. Thank you guys for actually going ahead and subscribing to that channel just in case. On the beach. Welcome. Good to have you aboard. Orange Man Fan, gravy. He says gravy. I like it. Todd Kickner, what's up? Lemony Basil, what's up? Makita Man, what is up? Good to have everyone aboard. Great to have everyone aboard. We have Missouri in the house. We have Australia in the house. Gracious. Georgia in the house. Alabama. Digging it, guys. Please let the heat break. It is so hot in South Carolina. I think it breaks this Friday, which I will be in Florida. On Friday. So I might do, what I'm trying to do is do a live podcast from the beach in Florida, which would be really cool. Saskatchewan, Canada. Good to have you aboard. Trudeau is about to be out the dough, if you get my drift. Action Jackson says, can you dig it? Absolutely. California in the house. Welcome. Where we go when we go all. Mary Fowler. Absolutely. Arlington, Texas. Welcome. All right, so now we got the hellos out of the way and we've got everyone in here. It's a beautiful evening. Real quickly, if you want to donate to this channel, you most certainly can. It actually helps. You go down to the $sign up under the chat. You click that. If you want any questions, concerns, or comments answered while we are doing the phone calls, I will pause the call and I will answer your question. Right? Just click the. There you go. Navy Vet just did it. Thank you, Navy Vet. Appreciate that. Red October is here. I guarantee it. Buck Swain, welcome to the mod position. We'll need some, get your, maybe just like talk through Twitter, DM on Twitter, just to give you the links and stuff, just to help out. It's good to have you aboard, man. Thanks for being a true supporter. I greatly appreciate it, man. We got a lot in common. I know we do. Yes, Navy Vet, thank you so much for doing that. I greatly appreciate that. That's how you do it. That's how you support the channel. You can go to the PayPal, Patreon, or Super Chat. We have True Reporting merch and a PO box. So hit those up. I will mention that maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the hour. But guys, it's so nice to be back. I was sick. Wash your hands at the gym, please. It's gross people, and yeah, I just felt bad. So I didn't want to I just didn't have the strength to do this. But it's okay. We're back. We put out a podcast today. If you have not checked that podcast out, the intro video to that is amazing. A lot going on too, guys. If we can keep the calls, I know I always say open forum, and we can do that. But if we can talk about what is going to happen, we just jumped up from 300 to 364 people. So we're doing good on a Monday. Yeah. So this channel is about the truth, Christopher Miller. It's about the truth. It's about news. It's about the awakening, my man. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Giuliani. Somebody put some fire up under that guy, right? Also, Mark Levine, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Levin. That guy's killing it too. Big shout outs to them on the podcast today. Big news, guys. I was just looking at my phone. Great news source, to be honest. Epic Times. I pronounce it epic. Get over it. Big news. Did any of you guys, I tweeted it out today. By the way, follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. We're getting up to almost 17,000 followers. That's a special number, right? We need to, please follow me at TRUreporting on Twitter. It takes 18 seconds to set up an account. And you can get great information. It's the fastest source of information that I've come across. So today I tweeted out something strange happened. There was a meeting of the FBI, and they were talking about a man who is a spy who was giving money to a double agent. And the MSM completely ignored it. This guy was giving away top secret information it was like economical information or something like that. It was big. Maybe some military stuff in there. But either way, I found it to be strange. And the reason I found it to be strange, because I believe that they're trying to soften the blow. They're trying to soften the blow for what is to come. They're talking about spies. They're talking about China, right? They're talking about this stuff, and they're going to bring it out. Feinstein, huh? Schiff, huh? Hunter Biden, right? All the deep, who else is out there? Pelosi, Eric Holder. The list goes on and on and on of these people who are traitors. That's what they are. Nothing more, nothing less. They are a burden to this country. They hurt us. These people have been in power for 30 years. 30 years. They are set in there, and this team, this white hat team, is going to bust their balls. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Red October, this is the month. This is the month where we see truth come to light. And there's gonna be people who are on CNN, MSNBC, they're asleep. They're gonna wake up one day here in the very near future, before 2024. Okay? Before 2024. It's gonna happen. They're gonna wake up and they're gonna be on their ears because they're not gonna understand what the hell happened. I don't know. It's a special time to be alive, to be honest. Stoked. I'm stoked. I'm excited about this, guys. I'm excited. The news is insane right now. It's insane. There's no way around it. The board should be up tomorrow. That's another thing. Great call. Kane Clark, thank you. Patriot support, thank you for the comments on the shirt. Sam Hyde, great dude. So the board should be up tomorrow, right? Also have something here that I might save. I think I'm going to save it for the podcast tomorrow. Just because that's right. Wild Tangent says dominoes. But look into that. I tweeted it out about this spy that was in the northern part of California. He was part of Beijing, China. He was a spy. He's been here since 2001. Imagine that, right? Imagine that. But yeah, I believe the boards start tomorrow. The boards open up tomorrow, which means, I mean, there's so much going on right now. We need to know. We need to have 17 back. Got to have it back, right? We're going to go ahead and open up the phones. If you've been here before, we do call-ins. If you want to keep it on Red October, that would be cool. But whatever you guys want to do, there you go. Dial by your location. New York is East Coast. Denver is Central. San Jose is West Coast. And the meeting ID is 361-564-813. If you want to call in, you most certainly can. We shall see. We shall see what happens. I'm telling you, follow my friend. Follow my great friend, Jason Ming at JCParker369. We have been discussing so much. We've been speaking on the phone for like 5 hours, just discussing what's going to happen. What's the future of this great movement? We shall see. It's going to be something incredible, and I'm ecstatic, guys. I'm doing good. I'm ready. I'm ready. It's exciting. This is the third chapter. This is the third part of the play, right? Of the movie. This is when everything kind of comes together, starts getting excited, right? As I said on the, I don't know if I left it in the podcast. I might have edited it out, but if you think about, we were introduced, right? 2017, we're introduced to the players. We're introduced to 17. And then following that, the next year, you know, we have a lot of stuff taking place. Remember, like the big blue lights in New York, earthquakes, hurricanes. We also had the DEWs that were going on in California. A lot of stuff was taking place. This is a war. It's a soft war behind the scenes. I believe this is the White Hats. I know this is what it is. This is the White Hats versus the military industrial complex. A rogue CA beast that we're fighting against. Hey, welcome to True Reporting. Who is this?
What's up, Thomas? It's Shane.
Hey, Shane. How are you? Could you mute the stream, please?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Go for it, my man.
Brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm stoked. We are sitting right, guys. Brother,
so you remember how I talked to you about the military and the loan and all that?
You're kind of muffled. There you go. You sound better now.
There's a guy that reached out to me on Twitter that is in the Army, and his sergeant this morning held a platoon meeting and told them about QAnon.
Really?
Yes, because I spelled martial law wrong, and he corrected me, and he's like, "Oh, you mean this?" And then he said, "Yeah, we were all made aware today." So,
wow,
dude, it's on, man. It's really, really on. And this, I mean, POTUS is so insulated right now that he's playing these fools. I mean,
oh, 100%.
Ignorant. They've gotten away with it for so long, and they got prepped into their offices through corruption. They're stupid.
I don't think they're stupid, Shane. I don't think they're stupid. I think what they're doing is they know that they're lost, that they've lost the war, so they're going to go down fighting. Imagine if you were on this team. Yeah. If you were on that bad side, you would go down fighting with everything you had, which means, hey, who knows that there could be another attempt on the president, right? Multiple.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They're not going to go down without swinging.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Red October's here. I think the boards will be up, I would say, no later than Thursday. I mean, it's supposed to be tomorrow. It'd be very, very interesting. Because, dude, I don't know if you follow Vincent Kennedy or John F. Kennedy Jr. on Twitter or Raising Cane. Mm-hmm. These guys know shit, man. They know shit. And, I mean, I don't really know about the True Eye the Spy. Mm-hmm. but they seem to know shit. You know, and it's exciting, man. It is. It's so exciting.
And when I say that they're not stupid, when I say that they're not stupid, they were stupid because, yes, they were extremely arrogant, which they should have been. They thought she would win, right? They thought she would win. So they're, you know, and then it all fell to hell. They all went to hell. So yeah, they can, you know, they were stupid. So, you know, that's just what it is. Let me see.
They don't even know the Constitution. They don't even know the Bill of Rights. I mean, they don't understand that it's our duty as Americans that's constitutionally given to us, that if your government is rogue, you have the duty, not can I, will I. You have the duty as an American citizen to stand up to the rogue government. It's your duty. And, you know, that's what we're doing. But
correct.
I think this whole CrowdStrike server is going to tie everything together. I think
100%.
I think it's going to tie crimes against humanity, crimes against children, bribes, blackmail, I mean, money laundering. I mean, you name it, it's there. I mean, that is her 33,000 emails that she deleted, and it's going to tie her Evergreen Freight, the flight company. It's going to be all right fucking there.
It's going to be there.
And there was 5 people that she was talking to.
It's going to be there, but it's going to take time. It's still going to be a slow drip. I think that they'll drop a fact a week.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a fact a week that they'll drop out. To drop into the public, because again, there is still a border wall between what the real news is and what the fake news is. Their last stronghold, 100%. Their last arm, the arm of the media. That's all they have at this point. But Shane, I want to thank you for the call, man. I'm going to hop into some other phone calls. Thank you, dude. Great questions.
And just so you know, dude, I'm Navy vet. So.
That was. Thank you for that donation, my man.
Yeah, brother. Anytime.
I greatly appreciate that, man. You have no idea how much that helps. Thank you.
Always.
All right, Shane. Bye-bye. Thank you. Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Mike.
Hey, Mikey. What's on your mind, man?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, not a lot, man. So you know, we don't talk about George Soros enough. I really believe he is like the head of the snake. I mean, he's like the public enemy number one. He's got his money in, you know, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, Acorn. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, I got to turn you down here. Sorry about that. I got to turn you down. You know, and I don't know I know he's with the Rothschilds. I don't know if he's just a puppet of the Rothschilds, but, you know, he's funding the caravans coming up from down south. You know, he's got his money with Hillary Clinton, I believe with Obama, when Obama shut down the oil platforms back when he was president and Obama started buying George Soros oil. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just George Soros. George Soros has his name and his money, and I got wind the other day that George Soros was paying off FBI agents. There's FBI agents working for George Soros now. You know, when do we just put him in the spotlight every single day?
Right. Well, we do, and he's also tied to this whole Ukrainian whistleblower and all this kind of stuff too. So I don't believe that he was arrested. I don't think he's arrested. I think that he's.
I heard he was arrested for the second time for something to do with child trafficking.
I don't know, but until someone posts that, until that is in the news, unless like in a legitimate news article like Gateway Pundit or Epic Times or something like that, don't say that George Soros was arrested, because we don't know that. That's spreading disinformation. Right. And, you know, just guys, when in the chat, be sure to know that for sure before somebody takes that and runs with it. Not good.
Yeah. That's why I said I heard. So I I'd highly doubt it because I would think it'd be in the news.
That would be one of the biggest news stories ever.
Yeah, I would think so. But, where do we get our news? I mean, I understand I get news.
I can't hear you. Go ahead, man.
I'm just curious. How the heck how are we going to get CNN and MSNBC and ABC, CBS? I know they're all owned by some of the most powerful people in the world, but how are we going to win that fight against these people when they're just constantly, they've got to the point where they're flat out lying every single second of the day.
Well, these companies are almost bankrupt as of right now, because the only reason that people watch them, the only ratings that they get is if you go into a waiting room, if you go into the dentist office, if you go into a gym. This is the only ratings they're really pulling in, because no one's watching it. It's just
frustrating because being down in Mexico right now, it's the only channel that's got English speaking is Mexico, right?
Say that again.
Being down in Mexico right now, we're down here for a little bit. It's the only English speaking channel that I can get in the hotel. So it's just frustrating knowing that there's so many people that are watching CNN across the world. Overseas, they don't have Fox. All they have is CNN. So it's just so frustrating to know that they're brainwashing what few
it's over. It's over for these people. It's over.
I hope so.
It's going to. They lie. They're slipping. They slip every 2 weeks. They lie about something. So we'll have to see. Mikey, I appreciate you calling in, my man. I'm going to go ahead and take the next caller. Okay.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, welcome to True Reporting. Who is this?
This is Joyce D. Hey, hi. Thomas, how are you?
Hi, Joyce. How are you? I'm good.
Good. You sound good. So you're better?
Yeah. Just like I said, wash your hands after you go to the gym.
I know. I remember your last video. You said, man, I've had the sniffles or something. I thought, uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah, that's when it started up. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's on your mind tonight?
Well, I thought this was interesting. With all this, we all know, I think we can all agree that Trump baited these guys. And they, as usual, they kind of, fell for it. I really think he did, because I think there's more of a precise plan in place than we could all ever imagine, right?
Oh, yeah. We knew about CrowdStrike a year and a half ago.
Right. So he baits them, and in a way they are stupid, because it's the same. He knows their playbook, and they do the same thing every time. But, I was thinking about this, and it's like, okay, so besides, of course, the criminals that we all know who are criminals and all their criminal activities and them going down, what's kind of the goal? And it's kind of what, Kennedy was talking about. I truly believe he wants to scatter the CIA to the flipping wind, right? And so it was really interesting. I was listening, and I know you know who he is, to RDoc. That guy is brilliant. Mm-hmm. On Space Shot. And I thought it was a really interesting point that he brought up. He brings up a couple different options that Trump could be going in. And one of them is, yeah, go ahead, go for impeachment. And then because of the certain things that are in place, it would go to the court. And he talked about how because of some law that was put in place back in the 40s, you may know this. I didn't know about this, but he did, man. He was just citing the laws. And he was talking about in the 1940s, the cabal had put this into law in regards to the CIA, in mm-hmm. regards to, I shouldn't say that on, anyways, in regards to the CIA, that they were able to even have, as we know, they do this, to do special ops and things that they don't even have to give the intel to the president, and that it's actual law. And the only way, it was really interesting what he was saying. He goes, the only way this can be turned over is by taking it to the courts and abolishing the law. And there was if you guys if you get a chance to watch it, it's on, Space Shot actually did it was with him, and he actually, because it was like a 2-hour thing, but he actually today summarized what our doc said, and I thought, wow, that's really interesting, because that's really one of, that snakehead has got to be cut off, right?
Yes. Well,
and it was a way of doing it. He talked about it. He goes into details, and he talks about things that that I wasn't aware of in the government.
Right. I mean, I think that law was actually rebuilt. It was like it was added on or like restructured in 1983. It's something new to that effect. I'd have to look back into that. I know what you're talking about, but
yeah,
it's a war.
To abolish that.
What's that?
He says they have to abolish that before he can just, even though he's the commander in chief, before he can just say, okay, you guys are done. This is gone. Because ultimately what he's trying to do, he's trying to give us back, our country as a republic, and take away government. We've got way too much government, and he knows it. And that's what he's trying to get rid of. I mean, everything from CPS, to every single thing. I mean, I'm in California, and the things that we're taxed on and the things that we pay for are just outrageous. You know what I mean? The different government agencies. And that's what he's basically trying to do away with eventually.
Oh, yeah. He's, everyone's like, he's pure conservative. Not really. Not really. Conservatives believe in that. It's more of a libertarian. At one point, he was Democrat. Look at his daughter. Look at, a lot of the things that he pushes. A lot of the things were right down the barrel of Bernie Sanders. He's not. Yeah. I think that what he knows, he's been briefed of. We all have talked about this before. He's been briefed on what the plan is, what it is to do. He's the mouthpiece of this military operation, and we're going to see it play out. It's playing out. I think this is going to be a huge month. I tweeted out something the other day saying that, hey, I think it was the first post from 17, and it said on October 30th at 7:30 to 8:30 a.m., HRC will be arrested. And look what is happening. Look what's in the news. Yeah. Emails, Ukraine, China, all this has to do with that. The CrowdStrike, there's a reason.
It's all tied in.
There's a reason why CrowdStrike was mentioned by POTUS and why CrowdStrike blew up. Nobody knew what the hell CrowdStrike was. Excuse me.
Exactly.
Nobody knew what that was.
You're not going to get it on mainstream news. No one they don't dare touch that with a 10-foot pole on mainstream news, but he's going to get it. I think it's going to get to the point where they're already like scrambling, right? They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to start reporting something or just, go off air. I mean, it's to the point of being ridiculous. But so many people, this whole thing is waking up a lot of people. Well, one more thing I'll tell you. Hopefully, I'll talk really fast. I'll have to get back to you on this. Mm-hmm. I work with a dentist, and he removes amalgams and like mercury, from people's mouths, because we know all the damage that causes. And he was in an office talking to some endodontists there in this building, and I knew they were here, but there's an FBI office there, and I'm in the refugee city that took in, I call it the refugees from Paradise, California, the town that actually freaking burnt down, right? Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of nefarious things that have happened here. So he goes in there and he's talking to him, and the next thing I know, they're calling me and they want to talk to me because my father-in-law I say was because he's dead now, but he was the head of the sheriff's canine unit. And so I've got an appointment tomorrow to go in and talk to them. They want some names, and this doctor talked to him and told him a few things that I know. So it'll be interesting. But what they told him, this is what I mean when people say, oh, there's nothing going on. There's stuff going on everywhere. I guess we've got a huge pedophile ring here, huge. And I guess they're going to be arresting judges, attorneys, city council people.
Well, there's 100 and what? 80? What, I don't even know what the number is. 128,000 indictments right now. 180. That's what that is.
Yeah, there's 100 and yeah, probably is. There's 120 in California alone.
Well, that's what that was today. That was when they called out that guy, the Edward Pompey or whatever his name was.
Yep, in the Bay Area. Mm-hmm.
That was a sealed indictment.
Yep.
So yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like you said, though, just to preserve the public, so there won't be some huge civil unrest. Is they're going to kind of trickle it here and trickle it there, and until all of a sudden, and then I think it's going to be like bam, because I know that they talked about trying not to impose martial law, so that there's not so much damage to people. I mean, because that's, there's people
right.
that can hurt. You can get hurt when that happens. So anyways, I just thought it was interesting. Our doc is, he knows more than I do. I haven't always kept up on politics, but it was interesting the options he gave, because obviously we know POTUS did this. He always wants to bring something out in the open. It's like, okay, let them come after me and bring this up, right? And it comes out and it always boomerang.
Yep,
like,
exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's playing them for fools. It's quite interesting to watch. The guy is extremely smart. They can't keep up with him. But Joyce, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Glad you're sounding better and glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, right. Bye.
Bye-bye. And I remember, guys, when I was like, we may not know about it. We may not see these people in handcuffs, and maybe they'll just disappear, right? Maybe they'll just, no. It can't be like that. It can't be like that, because then the people who don't know what's going on will be like, what the hell just happened, right? They won't know what happened, and they'll stay asleep. They have to witness what is taking place in order for them to wake up. It has to be in their face. It has to be real. There has to be tribunals televised, because if not, then it's going to look like Trump is running a regime and making people disappear. It can't work like that. It's got to be in your face. It's got to be this way. So, I retract that statement that I said that this could all take place, under our noses and we won't know. No, I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be out in the open. I really believe that. Guys, if you want to donate to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. You can go to the super chat down below the chat. Any questions, concerns, or comments that you have that you want me to read, I will definitely read them. Or if you just want to donate, that would greatly appreciate that too. You can go to the PayPal, the Patreon. All the links are in the chat box. So definitely check that out. Also dropped a podcast today. So check it out. Check it out. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, Crystal Hawkins says, hell no, I want to see these horrible people arrested. Me too. Me too. Yeah, the super chat is the $sign below the chat. I would greatly appreciate it. It does help. There's over 500 people in here. Let's get to 500 likes. If you hear my voice, please click that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Hey, who's this? Hello, welcome to True Reporting. Who's this? Or not. So yeah, I think a lot's going to take place here, guys. In this week is going to be, I'm praying that it's going to be huge, because it just seems like all signs are pointing in that direction, right? Looks like it. What was the date of the HRC arrest? Trey Honeycutt. It was October 30th between 7:30 and 8:30 a.m. Hello, welcome to True Reporting. Who is this?
Hey, this is Black Eagle. I'm sorry. Hey, I was in the chat. I don't mean to jump in on somebody's phone call. I was just doing what the Zoom thing told me to do.
Oh, you're fine. No, I can mute it and remove and everything like that. What's on your mind, Black Eagle? How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Hey, I'm not interrupting, am I?
Absolutely not. This is what the show is.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hey, you run a great program, man. And, you know, people, I'm your age, sort of, you know, like I'm 27, you know, and people our age, you know, need to be engaged in this kind of like discussion, you know, like, I watch a fellow YouTuber, Bill Still. I don't know if you're familiar with any of his like videos, like the Money Masters or like, the Secret of Oz. But you know, he talks like a lot about the Federal Reserve and stuff like that. I don't mean to get into like, you know, that, but you know, like he made a video today about how, you know, young people like us, you know, like need to at least be engaged in this, you know, rhetoric and, you know, be talking about, you know, these issues, you know, these current events and all that. And I really appreciate, you know, your show and everything and what you do. And
thank you, man. That's what this is. This is, we are the news now. Joanne Dillon, thank you for that super chat. And Doug Murray, thank you, my friend, for the big super chat. He says Killary for prison 2020 rather. Yeah. The thick-ankled, dog-faced gremlin will be put in the puppy pound, hopefully euthanized.
Yeah. So I totally agree. So, I'm like, I have a friend who runs another YouTube channel called Central Happenings Network, and I'm a frequent caller on there. He does great stuff. He covers a lot on the boards, you know, like the memes, the mematria, we call it, you know, like the meme language, you know, what are the memes telling us today, you know, and, you know, just goofy stuff like that, you know, just fun stuff, you know, but, you know, it is serious subject matter. And about like this CrowdStrike stuff and what the previous caller was talking about, I really liked everything that she was talking about, and I just felt like, you know, like I had to talk about it too. We do know a lot of this stuff from the WikiLeaks, you know, emails, you know, like the WikiLeaks releases. Yes. About like CrowdStrike and like Bruce Orr and Nellie Orr and all these people, you know, and
they're screwed too.
Yeah. And I just want the viewers, you know, to be like aware of, I don't know, you know, how well everybody else is like searching other information. But there's a great guy, his name is Chris Simpson or Kip Simpson, K-I-P, Kip Simpson on YouTube. He's been making a lot of videos about a lot of arrests that have been happening. Like we're talking, you know, like maybe it's a former mayor, maybe it's a county prosecutor, you know, of some, you know, oddball county, you know, like, but like they're like that indictment list that Q was talking about. I'm starting to like think like, holy crap, there really was that many people, you know, like,
oh yeah, like that's extremely real. That's very real. And that's a way to really...
That number kept going up and up and up, and it's just like, oh, okay, I know it's that bad, but don't tell me it's that bad. And then it's like, my God, it's that bad?
Yes, it's going to be, it's really bad, man. Yeah, man, I want to thank you. It was, what was it, Black Eagle? Is that what your name was?
Yeah.
Black Eagle.
Yeah. I'm in the chat.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate the support. I'm going to go ahead and take the next call. We got about 20 minutes left in the show, so... Thank you for the call, man.
Okay, yeah.
Appreciate it, dude.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
No, you're gravy, man. It's okay. This is what it is. Thank you for calling in, man.
All right, man. Hey, you keep doing you, man. You're doing a great show.
Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it very much. Thank you for the support.
I see.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Hello. Welcome to True Reporting. Who is this?
Hi, my name is Abraham.
Abraham, welcome to the show. How are you?
Really good, man. I'm calling in from Southern California. And all I can say right now is global warming has been defeated here. About 2 years ago, we had probably the hottest year that I think anyone's ever like been through. Now, there's like no trace of it whatsoever. I mean, even after all the fires that were here, there's no freaking trace of it whatsoever. And I think it's got a lot to do with the Paris Climate Treaty that we pulled out of.
Oh,
I think like
good call.
last May.
Good call.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I can definitely see that, this whole agenda of the climate, it's all just, a bunch of globalists trying to like shill money from the people.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. Hey, Marsha Poffenbarger, thank you so much for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it. That's one of the best ways to keep the channel afloat. It really is. You have no idea. It's the best way to combat censorship too. Yeah, man. I think that I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I think that they're putting stuff up in the atmosphere to make the sun way hotter on us, which then affects these hurricanes, which then affects, I don't know. And I believe these earthquakes are having a lot to do with deep underground military bases. Maybe just something that we don't know about. Something that we have been even briefed on.
Oh,
Obviously,
for sure.
we're at the bottom of the totem pole.
I'm a bit of a skeptic on a lot of stuff. Like, for example, the flat Earth theory. Man, I don't know if you recall, but Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla, I think like last year he launched this one rocket. I think it was called a Falcon 9 from the Vandenberg, which is like north of Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was heading home on my bicycle one night, and this big flash of light just like overtakes everything, caught everybody's attention, starts making all these like spirals in the sky, and everybody became like a flat earther the day after, because it was like the most unbelievable phenomenon that anybody had ever seen recently. And I'm
why
honestly
was
like,
it flat Earth? Why would they say? Why? What is that? How does that tie together?
Because I feel like, okay, well, after the incident, everybody started to wonder, why is it that this rocket was releasing all this like bright smoke and creating all these spirals? Most people were assuming or coming to the conclusion that it might have had something to do with this firmament. And so I start to look up all these like nuclear projects from like 1963, where they would launch these rockets to see if there really was a dome. And they actually did prove that you can't really go any higher after a certain altitude. So it's kind of interesting how between the 1960s and now we've kind of like let go of the idea of the firmament. We kind of just assumed, there is no firmament. But at the same time, like, no one's ever really been to space. I mean, other than Buzz Aldrin and all those other guys that were on TV.
Right, that's a whole, rabbit hole that we can go down. I really have not researched flat Earth. I don't even know if I go into something even way deeper than that I'm gonna have to save for another podcast. But
oh, for sure. I just I think it's got maybe a thing or two to do with Project Bluebeam,
sure,
which most of us are aware about.
Could have been what happened in that could have been what happened in New York. Remember all those big blue lights exploding?
Yeah,
that was something. That was not electrical. That was something.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the truth is like right around the corner, and I mean like the inevitable. Like something's gonna break through, and no one's gonna be able to cover it up.
We all feel it.
Yeah. Okay. One more question before I get off.
Sure, quickly.
Jade Helm 13. Do you think the cabal and the deep state are still gonna like initiate it eventually, or is the military basically like, have they abandoned this idea, or is it like private military?
What is it called?
Jade Helm 13. This was an operation that took place like 3 Septembers ago. And it was basically, I was actually a witness. There were videos all over the internet, all over YouTube. And it was nothing but like soldiers practicing, rehearsing martial law on their own citizens. I actually witnessed a bunch of camouflaged helicopters with no coating on the side whatsoever, and they were flying right above my house doing like 8s.
Well, I believe I believe there will be a state of martial law, implemented, but I don't think it's what we think of it as being, like some kind of purge or something like that. I think it's going to be extremely thought out, in and out type of thing. I don't believe it's going to be something that's going to be like something you would see in like Hong Kong or anything like that. It's not going to be anything like that.
For sure.
I think it's going to be like an in and out operation.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like with President Trump, like we're gonna defeat the cabal before the end of his first term. I don't know what his goals will be by the second term, but I feel like with his first term, he's gonna drain the swamp. I mean, with the speed that everything has been developing at, like, I mean, they're gonna go down like in less than 2 years. They don't have that much time, so I feel like they're either gonna initiate some kind of like lunacy and then try to play it out on the citizens like there's something else going on. I don't know. But I also feel, and I've confidence in our president, and I'm hopeful that he will counter the Jade Helm, the martial law. He'll do something to prevent such a atrocity from happening.
Could be, man. Could be.
But it's everybody's worst fear out here, man. Everybody I know, they're like, oh, Jade Helm's coming, like someday, like one of these days.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I think it's going to be in and out. I don't know if it's going to be something like that's going to be like complete mayhem. But my man, I appreciate the phone call. I'm going to take a couple more. We're rounding out the show. So thank you, dude. Great questions, great comments.
All right, man. Have fun.
All right, man. Bye-bye. Hey, who's this? Welcome to True Reporting.
This is the Patriot Report. How we doing, Thomas?
I'm doing good, my man. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's wonderful here in the beautiful mountain state of Kentucky.
Oh, nicely done.
You were speaking earlier, about Red October and stuff, and I really believe that this is going to probably start out and go pretty fast. I think once the dominoes start falling, I think there's nothing going to hold back the dam.
This is true. It could be. Tracy S says these call-in shows make me think of Wolfman Jack. What was that from? That is from that's the guy back in the day. He has the weird voice.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what's from. It was before my time, but I remember.
I know of that. Tracy S. Thank you. I might look into that later tonight. Look into Wolfman Jack and listen to him. I do know of that. So thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. I think it's not going to be fast. I think it's going to be well thought out, and I think it may seem fast to us. I think it may seem fast, but I think there's so many. I mean, you have to understand the judicial system is screwed still. It's very compromised. We got to clean all that out before we do it. A lot of other things. Obviously, he's bringing in, I think he has over 185 judges that have been, placed, which is huge. So we shall see, man. It could be fast.
McConnell said anymore. He's going to push them through as well. So
yes, sir.
That number is probably going to rise before 2020 comes, I'm sure. And who knows, we might even get that other Supreme Court justice as well. Hoping.
Oh, yeah. What I was thinking is that, RBG dies, put in one, then Robert steps aside because he's so freaking corrupt.
He's going to be so compromised.
He'll step out of the way, and then that's 4. That's it. That's a lopsided Supreme Court justice in favor of the Constitution, which is massive.
Right.
But yeah. I'm going to go ahead and hop to the last caller of the night. I appreciate your call, my man. Thank you so much.
No problem. I'll get it a little bit earlier next time.
You're good, man. Thank you so much.
See you, Tom.
See you. Bye-bye. Hello. Welcome to True Reporting. You're the last caller of the night.
Hello, Thomas?
Yes. Hello?
Hey, you can hear me. Okay, good.
Yeah,
hey,
go ahead and mute that stream in the background, please.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, bud. All right. How's that? Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, it's Doug. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. You said Dylan?
Doug.
Hey, Doug. How are
Murray.
you? Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, just wanted to call in and just say, man, I love your channel. I listen to it pretty much every day. I drive a truck cross country. Was in the Army for 16 years as an MP, did Iraq, Afghanistan, whole 9 yards. And you are doing by far out of all the channels I watch and listen to. I like you and Red Pill. You guys are on point with what's going on. So.
Thank you, man. I can relate to you, man. I used to drive trucks locally, and by locally, I don't mean down the street. I mean, maximum 300 miles. I'm not doing cross, but I did.
You were doing southeast, yeah.
Yeah, doing southeast. I still have a CDL. I had the hazmat tanker. I had all that. That's what I did before doing this.
Yeah, well, I tell you, man, everything that you do, I'm subscribed. I've got the bell toggled, so everything that comes up, I listen to you every day. And
well, Doug, that means a lot to me, man. And everyone should follow in Doug's footsteps and definitely do that. If you are a listener of this show and you support free content that is actually not garbage, it's actually really, it contributes a lot to society and to humanity. Please click that like button. Please click the blue bell to get notifications and follow the backup channel because it means a lot. And follow me on Twitter. And Doug, man, your kind words are, amazing. I love to hear this kind of stuff because it does get lonely out there. And, the same goes for Red Pill. Red Pill has helped this channel out so much, especially transitioning from one home to the next and setting and fixing the stream. A great friend. Me and him talk almost every day. So.
Oh yeah, I
great human being.
I love listening whenever you guys do your joint podcast. You guys, come together, and usually you bring in, a third person, and that's pretty cool. I like that format.
Yeah, man. He's a really good guy. We're working on stuff behind the scenes, and definitely a someone to trust.
Yeah. So
yeah, man.
I wanted to hit on something, and it has to do with Gitmo.
Let's go.
I've been to Gitmo. After 9/11 happened, it was in November of 2001. We went and we were doing detainee transport from Kandahar Airfield down to Guantanamo Bay, and we were doing basically a loop. We would start at Fort Dix, New Jersey, go over to Incirlik Air Base, and then down into Kandahar, and then come back up from Kandahar to Incirlik and offload to a team, go down for the day, and then wake up the next evening and be the receiving team there in Incirlik there in Turkey. And then we would fly all the way down to Guantanamo. And then after Guantanamo, we'd go back up to Fort Dix and just do that big loop. And we did that for about 8 months. As far as all the people that might end up at Guantanamo, I don't want to get everyone's hopes up as far as, the numbers that they could put there, but
what's the number they could put there?
I would say at the most, maybe, especially, and that's the other thing too. I mean, there's one thing that I don't know if people have kind of paid attention to with everything, but look at how Trump, his administration, and everyone has been pushing prison reform.
Yeah.
That basically means they're trying to get people out of the prisons, and they're trying to, yes, it'll be a good thing. There's a lot of people there that are in prison for just stupid stuff. That, okay, you did it, go in, serve your time real quick, and then get out. Go back out and be a contributing member of society. But you look at, prison reform. If there's this many indictments that are sealed, like they're talking about,
yeah,
they're going to need a lot of prison space.
Yes.
So that's one thing that has always struck me ever since they said, we've got this like you said, I don't even know what the number's up to on these indictments. If this really goes down, like they say, like they're saying it's going to go, like Q's saying it's going to go, and I think it will. They're definitely going to need to push prison reform because they're going to need the space in the prison. I mean,
before I let you go, man, what's that? What do you think the count is? What is the maximum capacity of this place?
Guantanamo.
Right.
I would say max somewhere between 600 and 800.
That's what I was thinking, about 700 people. Yeah. So I mean, you know, sure. You know, we shall see. We shall see what happens. Just because, you know, some of these indictments aren't. Possibly they're not going to lead everyone into Gitmo, but they're definitely going to throw them behind bars. You know, it's 128.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that once all this came out, I was like, where are they going to put them? And then all of a sudden it clicked. I was like, prison reform. Oh, they're trying to clear the prisons out.
There you go. Yes, they're trying to give people a second chance too, which, you know, yeah, you could be right about that. My man, I appreciate you calling in. Are you driving right now?
No, I'm shut down for the night in Oklahoma.
Well, I hope you have safe travels, man, and thank you for what you do, and thank you for your service in protecting the greatest country on earth.
And thank you for what you're doing, buddy. I know that you gave up a lot in doing what you're doing, and you've taken it seriously, and you and Red Pill, and there's a few other channels I watch, and you guys are definitely stepping off in the right direction. So
thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And remember, we do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you're out on the road, hit us up, okay?
I will. All right. Thanks. And everybody take care.
Take care, my man. Thank you.
All right.
And so, my friends, that concludes today's live stream. I hope that you found this informative and you enjoyed it. Guys, this is always a lot of fun. I want to thank all the mods. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Crew Chief. Thank you, Buck Swain. Thank you all very much for doing that. Everyone who contributed to the channel, you can still do that. You can super chat. Everyone who super chatted today, what you did today really does help. You have no idea how much. I know I reiterate that, and I will continue to, because it's very important that we keep this channel afloat. Okay, this is free content for you. This is a free platform for you to come on and talk about what needs to be said. A lot of information, a lot of important information comes from this channel. So supporting channels like me and Red Pill and so on and so forth, it really does make a difference. It really does. It boosts the morale. It helps us to get better cameras. It helps us to just. It helps so much. You have no idea what goes on behind the scenes of these operations, and we do a lot for you guys, and I want to thank you for doing so. It means the world to me. You have no idea. I want to thank everyone who left a like before you leave today. Please leave a like so we can get this video recommended to other viewers. A lot of good information tonight, a lot of important stuff to talk about. It was amazing to speak with all of you who called in. Thanks for all the callers that called in today. Guys, please subscribe to True Reporting 2.0 to the 437 people that are still on board in this chat. Big show. We had a good show. We almost hit 550 people today on a Monday night. Remember, we do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will not be here Friday. I will be in Florida, so no live stream Friday, but definitely let's hook up Wednesday. It will be a big show. This is going to be a big month. So expect many podcasts coming out. Follow me on Twitter at True Reporting. It's the same old, guys. I'm going to keep on reiterating it because it needs to be said. And we need to keep building and sharing and expanding this channel and expanding our reach. Follow this channel on Facebook. True Reporting is on Facebook. I post all the videos on there. Sometimes I'll do a little post. So follow me on Facebook too. It would mean a great deal to me, friends. I will be in St. Augustine, Florida, and then I will be going to Orlando. So, yeah. Your boy today went to the gym. I'm going to say this real quick because I'm very stoked about this. Went to the gym, leg press 420 pounds. So your boy, I saw somebody say, hey, you're eating a lot, getting big. This is what I'm doing, getting strong, because I'm ready to fight some Kumbal ass. Guys, we're in a war. It's getting me pumped up. So, yeah, guys, it's always fun to end out the podcast. I want to thank you all for stopping by. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful, beautiful night. And catch me on Wednesday. We'll do it again. Bye-bye.